Hey, hey, remember me? Take a look, baby. Yes, it's your ex. He off the hook, ain't he? I'm doing my thing.
What up, y'all?
Thanks,
This
you
is
did me a
LSCD,
favor.
you know what I mean? Let's stream Cop Drop, you know what I mean? You got the one and only good homie, Jersey the 420 Chef, and my so ever favorite right hand.
You already know what it is, Madam Money. You know what the deal is. It's the next
Yeah.
episode of Real Ones Know.
Mm.
Today's topic, Jersey, is exes. Wow.
Mm.
What's the definition of an ex?
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it like this. An ex is somebody that, you know what I mean, I probably once had a relationship with that I'm not with no more.
Okay.
And that person is no longer in my life, and is more or less a memory, what I mean, is a moment in time that has happened in the past that's behind me that I don't revisit ever.
That's what an ex supposed to be. But some people don't understand the terminology with being an ex and what lines they can and can't cross as an ex. Now, I ain't gonna like a lot of niggas. I'm gonna keep it real funky. Like, you a ex, you done, finito, finish. I don't care. You could die tomorrow. I'll be done with you. Like, I don't care. I'll see you on fire. I wouldn't even spit on you because.
Right.
Whatever the reason why we're not together, because like nobody's out here playing around. Somebody that is an ex using a bona fide relationship with, it's not a fuck buddy that just dropped off. It's not nothing like that. You're in a bona fide relationship with this person.
Yeah.
And something happened that y'all can't be together anymore for whatever reason. You feel me? Because true love lasts always. You're supposed to really stick it out with that person if it's like that. But some people just be out here playing too dirty. You gotta get the axe, dog. That is what it is. But what happens when the ex don't understand that line? Like, how do you feel about exes that tend to cross that line, or even exes that want to just remain friends with you?
Okay, so like, what I mean, I used to be like before I want to say, and this was like before I had my kids too, like before I had my girl. I was cutthroat, like cutthroat as fuck. Like, once you done, you done. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how. I guess because of the fact that I had my, I had my kids, I had a couple moments of, make up the breakup stuff with their mom. That kind of made me like have an unlocked door policy type shit on some, and I can't lie, like when I switched up, like I went through some shit, like, I got drugged through the mud a little bit with that, so I had to get back to what I was used to, how I originally used to move and what I used to know, and an ex is an ex, and that's just what it is. Because there's been times, there's people that I've kept myself like that I've let be attached to me even after they lost the rights and the privileges, they didn't deserve them anymore. And that shit ain't do nothing but play me out even more, like the right was on the wall, and like it's like if the writing's on the wall and you see it and you still continue to walk down that dark ass hallway, at the end of the day you can't blame nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like like it like with me now to where I am, like it took a lot of growth and a lot of me recognizing and having to see that, as much as I could talk about what I didn't like in this person, I still kept going and kept fucking with them when I could have, walked the other way and left it alone. So it was like at the end of the day, I was doing damage to myself, And I don't think a lot of people when they call their exes toxic, but at the end of the day, it's the toxic part of it is them going to something that is detrimental for them. Like you openly knowing that you're going to deal with something detrimental that's not going to be good for you, that's not going to get any better, that's not going to change, going to be the same old bullshit. Like, that's where the toxic part comes in. So it's like,
that's a fact.
It's crazy shit. It's crazy shit, man. Like, but okay, say for like, and I want to speak on it for the sake of, because like I want to hear your side, like, because a lot of these relationships with exes have, like, I don't want to say receipts or like a forever bond, beyond the emotional ties. Like, we get kids involved, you know what I'm saying? Like I have daughters and me and their mom's not together, And I know how that goes, but from your side, like, you know what I mean? Like how, like, what is it like? Like, what is it? Like, how is it for you? Or what are some of the things that you start thinking about, you know what I mean, when it comes to dealing with a parent, when you have to co-parent, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, when you have to co-parent is just that. Just because we are co-parenting does not mean that you have access to me. That means that you have access to them. Now, if your kids are smaller, you may have to go through me to accomplish things with them. And I'm not the type of person like, you know, whatever, you know, baby father want to do with the kids, you can go and do that. I'm not going to hold you up. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. But in the same respect, you do not have access to me. It does not give you the right to speak to me, to spy on me, to think that you're still going to be fucking me or any of these things when it comes down to like a co-parenting situation. That's not going to happen. And that's a lot of these situations where it be like that, where, you know, you the baby moms or something like that. And like, you know, the nigga really think he can still fuck you. No, like, you know what I mean? That's not happening. I don't care. We're not together. I'm not really fucking with somebody who I don't want to be with or possibly have a future with. That's where I'm at with it right now. I'm not out here doing savage moves or anything like that. But when it comes down to dealing with, like, you know, my kid's father, and like we can't get along for whatever various reasons it is, you don't have access to me. Like, you know, it's a thousand ways to get around stuff where you don't have access to me. Don't ask me how I'm doing today. I don't care. Don't ask me what I'm doing this weekend. I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to do any of these things because it is not about me and your relationship right now. Now, how we deal with each other in front of the kids, if we, it's at school, it's group outings, birthdays, stuff like that. You got to be around for stuff like that. It is always on the friendly terms. You cannot, you know, show this face or be sitting there disgruntled. Another thing too, when it comes down to kids, what I don't like, what females tend to do, and males do this too, is they try to downplay the other parent in their absence. So you're not going to catch me talking bad about my baby father to my kids.
Okay,
They're going to be able to figure this out. They're going to see it. They're going to see what steps to take, or they're going to ask me questions about situations that they see, and I'm going to be frontward with them and be forward with them and stuff like that. But that's when you have, you know, kids involved. It's contrary because you have to have some type of communication with each other. If that person's around, wants to be around, you feel me? In co-parenting, you got to have some type of you know, correspondence with them. It doesn't always have to be ugly thing, as long as one person knows like the intention here is solely for the kids. It ain't for no extra shit, dog. Like don't like, hit my jack on no bullshit.
Word.
Like, cause a nigga hit me up and be like, "Hey, I want to go out with you. Okay, where we taking the kids? No, I want to take you out." That's a no-go, dog. Like, you feel me? Like, what are we gonna do? Who's gonna watch them? You feel me?
Right. What do you
out with them? Like, you know what I mean? Don't do nothing with me. I'm good. You know, so that's a one type of ex situation. Now, when it comes down to exes that you don't have a real bond with, you don't really have to deal with them. Have you, like, you know, a lot of people can't get over a situation. You feel me? A lot of people can't get over the situation, or they realize they fucked up in a situation and they try to get that type of thing back. How do you feel about those type of things? Because, you know, I got my own personal effects with stuff like that, where like, I ain't even gonna lie to the people, Jersey. You got me on fucking Instagram. I got a lot of niggas from my past coming back around talking about what's good with me. Even though you know these motherfuckers dead in the fucking water, don't like my pictures, don't fucking comment on my shit, don't try to find me on Twitter, none of this shit. You would be surprised. Just this little time now, we stepped on motherfucking IG. Niggas are like, "Oh, look, you back around. What's good with that? Let me come and see you, dog." Why? Well, I don't even know you exist no more. You're a memory. And a lot of time I lock a whole section of my life out like a blackout drunk. You feel me? Like, I will not remember nothing. And nigga be trying to be like, "Remember the time we went to so and so such and such?" No. Remember the time? No. I don't even fucking know you, dog.
I be like, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. And IG is the home of the
Yo, you don't know.
Like, the IG is the home of drawing niggas. Like, I just don't move like that. And I thought, you know what I mean? I thought it'd be a lot quieter than that. So, like, I'm sorry. Jeez.
It's not. I took the one picture. I put the one picture up of me pulling my hair. Old flame, come on the joint. Let me pull your hair like I used to do. Nigga, I ain't like you then, I ain't like you now. I was bored, nigga. Let's get this shit straight. Don't you ever come and try to violate me like that again, nigga. Don't ever do no shit like that. You ain't have it then, you don't got it now, nigga. Let's go. Like, yo.
Like, yeah, like
it be a lot.
that's
I be going through a lot of New Jersey crazy shit.
See, and I guess just because it's just the like, oh man, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Women do be going through the most, especially with the social media shit. You know what I mean? Like, I thank God that you're strong as what you are, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of bullshit. So I apologize.
Men do too though. Men do too though. You know what I mean? Social media has let it be easier for somebody to stalk you and know what you're doing without them having to be there, like outside your bushes or really clocking you. Or you like you know what I mean? Real.
Like they can still do it from a distance, and that's what I was about to speak about. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like yeah, like, you know, like especially with social media, like social media makes like it makes everything small. Like, it's like places that take days to get to, you can talk to somebody in a matter of seconds now. So, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like every social media app is a form of a dating service. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to build profiles. You can show media, and they get to interact with you and send, you know what I mean? You can send private messages as public forums, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, IG, like all that shit's like dating website, you know what I mean?
It is. It's an open invitation for a lot of dumb shit.
And people, like I said, people get involved, you get in relationships, you go one way, you go another, okay, y'all not together no more. But people be so heavily involved and caring so heavy that, you know, they'll watch you, you know what I'm saying? Which is really crazy. But it's like, this is the thing though, like, people block people. You could block, all right, for instance, on Twitter, you could block somebody. They ain't got to see you. You know what people do? People make multiple accounts, these burner accounts to just watch you and shit. Like, so it's like, it's a whole new level. And it's like, you never, like, especially when I think it's like, it's ill, because it's like, you know, if you live in the same city with your ex, or what if you don't? Like, what if you don't live with the same, and that motherfuckers travel, you know what I'm saying? It's just, like I fear for the fake.
It'd be a lot. I'm gonna tell you what cause on, you know, social media I get kicked the fuck off of a lot. Yeah. I don't really keep up with everybody like that. You know, as I find people, I follow them and stuff like that. I actually had my ex recently. You feel me? My last ex recently hit me up in the DM. It was like, oh, you're ducking me now? Oh, you changed your Twitter because of me? What in the fucking world would I change what I got going on for you or be ducking you when I clearly don't fuck with you? Yeah. That's just, you know, I don't fuck with you. So as soon as I get this new account, oh, let me hit so-and-so up if I... No, nigga, like, you feel me? That's where that mutual shit come into play. Like, you gonna see me eventually. That's what's gonna happen there, because it's real small, just like you said. You gonna see me eventually, and be it that I didn't follow you or hit you up like, hey, this is my new social. You should understand I don't want to fucking deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. But to come across it like this, or oh man, I get questions so bad about shit or motherfucking timeline from ex of mine. Like, yo, dog, we are not together. Why are you fucking bothering me? Why are you bothering me, dog? Bothers me more now than when we was together, I believe. Like, it's crazy as hell. I can't get over this shit.
You
ducking me on Twitter. Are you nuts?
Like, the flip side of that for me is, like, especially when it comes to social media, is I think it's the talking. It's the unnecessary talking, because it's like, at the end of the day, like, this is real life. Like I deal with real life shit. Like, you know what I mean?
You're there, I'm here.
Yeah, anything on that digital shit, like, if it's on a digital timeline, like, I don't take it for so serious, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we're talking and dealing with a situation between us offline, like, why the fuck, like, why the fuck is it even being online? You know what I mean? Like, people be so extra to the point where they can't, like, you know what I mean? It's almost like that social media, people keep up with what their audience wants to see from them in order for them to feel important. And it's like, you putting your real life out here in false form and all this shit. Like you ain't got to talk to these people about me or lie about no situation with me. Like, I don't give a fuck that much. And more importantly, Like, why should you think they give a fuck? These are total strangers that you don't even fucking know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit gets shit gets weird, and it's like, man, like that's why it's like I don't know, man. You got to be careful how you move with people, because especially when it comes to that social media, like, you know what I mean? Like it's all like, I don't know, but people think
that's why when it comes
it's
down
real
to that,
life. Like,
I
people think
always
it's real
crack a
life.
joke and shit like that, because like, dog, like you would expect me to have everybody met 1,000 people, did this and third.
Yeah.
In all actuality, I've only met 3 people offline. One, you feel me? My nigga Blue, we about business. You feel me? And my ex. So here's the thing though, with the like the ex from social media, where it's like, yo, not only dog, it gets real convoluted and stuff like that, because you can't really sit there and take everything that you see on social media into accountability and try to draw lines and grasp straws on your own and shit like that. But you definitely can do that at the same time too, though. But who takes out the time to do that? Like, if you're not getting contact with me on my personal line, you hit my jack, I don't answer, or we left on bad terms, why do you think that something like a Twitter or IG is going to rectify that or give you more access to me? That's the thing though. Now you could see me, but guess what? If we was in a small town, and like it happens all the time. We was in a small town now, and I work at the local jump off somewhere. You gonna see me all the time. I'm still your ex. You might not be so brazen to fucking just talk to me though. You gonna see me just like you would see me on this shit. This like brings this like thing where people just feel like they can just speak to you, and it's like you're not entitled to fucking talk to me. You're not entitled to know what I'm doing. You're not entitled to know a lot of things that's going on there. That's why it becomes real important.
Don't even talk about me.
You fuck around a lot. You feel me? Like, we talk real shit. We play around. We talk some ratchet shit sometimes and shit like that, because that's just how niggas are. You feel me?
That's what it is, yeah.
People will see that and take that shit and go all the way with it. And it's just like, yo, you're asking me about somebody like, you're asking me, was I with so-and-so a day I was with you? You're not even focused. Like, you understand? You're not even coming to me correct. And that'll be a situation that is like I break all ties off. Like, you getting too close to me, I don't even know you type shit. A lot of people get close to you online and you're not close to them though.
Right.
And they feel like they are really close to you, and like, oh well, this person actually knows you. Now I feel even comfortable to come and approach them about a situation. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't do it's like, meanwhile in the street, you would never do this. You would never do that in the street. You wouldn't know nothing. So, that's crazy. It's just like relationships, period, with people online and stuff like that. Like, everybody acts like your ex online. One day they happy, one day they mad.
Word. I can't even lie. That's all I was about to say. Like, that shit is a legit experiment, man. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, like at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I said, it gets crazy with exes, you know what I mean? And then, like you said, that just adding the social media factor, it just makes more of situations and dilemmas, and, you know what I mean? It's different lanes. So it's like, I really think and hope that, you know what I mean, you can at least when y'all separate, you know what I mean, I think there should be a conversation, you know what I mean, because there's a word that always comes up with exes that makes it rough and turns it into the bullshit. And that word is closure. Closure is something I feel you should have when you say, I don't want to be with you no more, and y'all break up. That's closure. That's the end. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, finito.
That's closure for you, though, but not that person if they didn't want to end it, though. If that person didn't want to end it, it's nothing close to them. You just left them open and hanging out there. So they're going to want that type of situation. Now, if you come and correct it, be like, you know what? This is not going to work because you deal with this. You're doing this. You're doing that. I have brung this situation up before. It can't just be out of nowhere. I've brung this situation up before. You didn't listen, take notice, and take heed to how I feel about it. Now I'm out. Then you don't owe that person jack shit.
That's exactly where I'm operating from, though. I'm operating from that point of view. I was going to get into that, but go ahead, speak on it.
Well, it's like, me in the situation, I'd be like dumbfounded that I found out some shit I want to know why that happened like that. Not necessarily because I did something wrong. I just don't understand how I didn't judge your character right in the first place. So now I'm just looking out for things to judge other people's character by. I need that closure just to be like, hey, you know what I mean? This faggot punk faked me. You feel me? Like, or some real shit. So what, I didn't do nothing wrong, you feel me, but why would they do something like that? And sometimes closure is coming from, oh, they did that shit just because they's a punk ass bitch. Okay, well, this is punk ass bitchism number one. I know what to look out for now. I'm not dealing with no other punk ass bitches. I'm not gonna be fooled again and shit like that. But closure ain't something where you could just be like, I don't want to deal with you no more, and bounce without a conversation be taking place. Even though, you know, that shit happens all the time. Like, you know, a nigga be like, I don't deal with you, fuck you, I don't know you, and leave it out there. And the girl is like, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. And you might not have did nothing wrong, but you might have did a lot wrong. And sometimes you do owe it to that person to be like, listen, this is just not my speed. This is just not my style. I can't fuck with it. You feel me? And if it's the first occurrence and that person like, give me the opportunity to show you that I care about you, I'm going to change, I'm going to do this shit. And they do that shit, you know, maybe you would have consideration still going out with them. But, you know, you do that shit too many times. Like, you can't give, it's no second chances. Sometime in life, and get your job back if you stole from your job or if you did this at your job. No, they're not going to fucking give you another job if you untrustworthy. So it comes down to that with people too. Like, dog, once that shit over, it's done. Like, dog.
Yeah, now on the flip side, like I said, on the flip side on the guys, like, or not even on the flip side on the guys, let me tell you, let's go another angle. Like, okay, because we're talking closure. I've had a situation once in my life before where I know somebody did something on purpose for the sake of, they knew that it would trigger me being like, shut it down. You feel me? The fact that that's some other shit. You feel me? That's some like other, like, you know what I mean, kind of tricky, you know what I mean, mental shit. But because of the fact that they did that, I got closure. It's like, okay, cool. I don't need to ask you nothing the fuck else. Like, if you blatantly broke a super duper rule, then you know what I mean, I already know what it is. But it's like, you get a level of disrespect because you was just too pussy to even talk. Like, come on, man. Like, talk to me. You know what I mean? Especially when you have my, if you have access to me, you got direct line. Talk to me. Don't do nothing. Like, don't do nothing else beyond talk to me. Like, if you don't, you know what I mean, if you can't talk to me, or you choose not to talk to me, that says a lot and it speaks volumes. And I mean, it's cool, fine, and dandy. It's all fly shit. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm gonna let you eat that, but I promise you, like, I already know what it is. You'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, sometimes people, you know what I mean, sometimes people get like, don't get me wrong, because even this is me, people get caught up in their own emotions, you know what I mean, and respond to react in certain ways, and you know what I mean, in certain moments. But like, once you think it through and calm down, it's a totally different situation and circumstance. And I think sometimes people just don't go through the natural process of like properly thinking and sorting out through emotions before reacting and shit like that. And they be triggering a whole lot of unnecessary bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? One thing with me that I really had to learn and understand, you know what I mean? Especially when I became a father, you know what I'm saying? And I have daughters. I had to understand my emotions, how I, like, you know what I mean, what triggers them, why I get triggered by them, and then the proper de-escalation in order for me to communicate effective, so that, you know what I mean, something positive can be gained out of it, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about, this is with me and my children, and they do something wrong, you know what I'm saying? So that way I can use, you know what I mean, because a lot of parents like react, you spank your child. I have my daughters trained like to the point where I don't have to do that, because my communication is so effective. They get it. You feel me? Like, they, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people don't apply that type of thought process with communication across every relationship that they have. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's significant other, like family, parental, work, business related, or, you know what I mean, emotional or love related. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people just don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? And I try to be effective with, you know what I mean, or communicate effectively especially when it comes to having an ex, because it's just like you said, it's not going to be out the blue. It's going to be something that has, like, gets talked about a few times, and it's just like after that, if I have to keep repeating myself or I feel like ain't nothing being done, I can accept you being you, you know what I mean? And I'm going to let you be you, you know what I mean? It's just not for me. And I got to shift and move on, you know what I mean? But don't try to hold on to me. Like, that's the one thing I hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I tell you I'm good, like don't hold on. Don't try to remix it. And you know what I mean? This, that, and the third. Because it's like I've been guilty of falling for, oh, I'm different. It's not like that. And you worse. Like, you worse, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it gets real bad the way that people want to hold on to you still, even though, like, they know it's not going to work. You know what? A lot of people do around their own personal circle and family, aside from you.
Yeah.
They lie to their friends and their family about the real status of their relationship, what's going on. Everything is fine, everything great, everything is good, everything is fine. He loves me, she loves me. And then one day you're not there no more. Then it's like, well, what happened? What you do? Then it'd be like, well, now I gotta get him back. A lot of these things is based off of other people's opinions about your relationship. You don't even know. Like, you feel me? Like, you don't even know these people. And based off of a group, I tell somebody, because I'm not from where I'm at and shit like that, when they be like, oh, well, what was so-and-so think? What was such and such think? I don't fucking care. You know why? Because so-and-so, it don't matter in my world. So-and-so is not going to affect what I got going on. So-and-so not important enough to sway nothing that I got going on this way, that way, or third. So I don't care what image you might have that I don't want to be around anymore. Or what image you might put out there because you just don't want to be around it. Oh, she's a hoe. She slept with 1,000 niggas. She did all of this on me. You can tell everybody you know that shit. Guess what, though? That will never affect nothing I got going on over here. So guess what? I don't care about that outside influence and stuff like that. But a lot of people are like that. And you find somebody be like, you know, I was talking to my mom, and my mom can't stop talking about you. She said, I need you back, so now I gotta get you back. You feel me? Like, no, like, oh, you know, my friend said I fucked up. I don't even like that you talking to your friend about me. You feel me? So you telling me that your friend said that you fucked up. You ain't know you fucked up?
Yeah, somebody else saying somebody else. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, dog, come on, man. A lot of these times it be outside influences that make somebody try to pop back into your life, because the friend will be like, oh, so-and-so, y'all used to go out and do all these things. Y'all used to do this, you used to do that. You really fucked up. You like, damn, yeah, I really did fuck up. Now I got to try to go back and give that person. Me necessarily, I'm just not like that. Like, you know what I mean? Once that shit is over, that shit is over. Because usually it's cheating involved when, like, it's either cheating or physical. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas tend to get physical. A lot of people tend to cheat on each other and stuff like that. Certain things to become an ex, sometimes it's overspending. Sometimes it's, you know, not spending enough time with each other, not being emotionally involved with each other. There's a lot of things that causes people to break up in the first place. You feel me? You know, sex drive is different now. Whole bunch of stuff happens. A whole bunch of stuff happens. Somebody might have a high sex drive, and guess what? You don't even feel like fucking them no more. You know, fuck me crazy. I don't feel like fucking you no more. But how you gonna feel when I'm not trying to fuck you no more? You're gonna be like, damn, shorty don't even like me. We used to fuck 3 times a day. Now we don't have sex at all and shit like that. She must be fucking somebody else. Like, nah, nigga, you have actually fucked all the fuck out of me. You feel me? Like, I need a break. You heard? Like, all right. And that might send a person breaking up. You know, it's a lot of things that come along.
It will.
Well, you know, difference in sex drives will definitely cause a tear in your relationship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a wrap. Especially if you're not. That's what I said, dog. I'd be like, yo, I'm tired, man. Go find somebody else, man. Let me know. Like, yo, I hope they buy you some shit too in the process, because I can save my money. Like, yo, dog, I'll be different with that shit. But like, yo, it's like a couple of things that come along with, you know, how you even broke up in the first place. One is definitely communication. 2 is definitely like infidelity. 3, you know, it's a lot. So it's a lot of things that go along. It's crazy and shit. Sometimes people just feel like compatible at first, and then they're not. That person ain't the person that you thought it was. And sometimes it takes a long time for you to figure out who that person is.
Yeah. I'm about to say people change, and you see them colors after that cupcake phase.
People alive for a long time, dog. Like, that's it. That's all.
But like, all in all, man, like what we basically saying is just like, yo, if you really come to a point where the relationship is over and it can't, like, there's no way to fix it, like, you can't go to counseling, you can't seek any type of therapy, y'all can't even communicate to find a compromise to fix it, like, then walk away and be good with it. Like, please don't keep an unhealthy cycle of walking away and then going back to somebody, and you know what I mean, like, just going through the cycle. Because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, don't get me wrong, people have heart, like, you have emotions, and you know what I mean, but like, a lot of people don't understand love is a routine as well, like, you know what I'm saying, and you can get used to that natural flow, or that usual, you know what I mean, the usual cycle of life, and it's like, once you break that relationship, your routine changes, and then you have to find new things to do and go out, you know what I mean, or go, it's just different, and it doesn't feel familiar, and people get so uncomfortable with unfamiliar feelings and things that aren't, you know what I mean, the usual, that you'll go back to, you know what I mean, you'll go back to the old thing just for that comfort of routine, but you just, you know what I mean, putting yourself through another process that is definitely unnecessary and just wasting energy. So it's like, think about it. If you feel like you have to break up or end a relationship, talk to that person. Y'all sit down thoroughly and talk. And I mean, no yelling, but be effective with your communication. You know what I mean? State points, state facts, not opinions, and try to take as much emotion out of it as possible, so that y'all can find a way to compromise and find a resolution. Because it's like, if it's going to work, it's going to work. But if not, walk away and be good with that, and let history be history. Like, stop trying to remix history. Any
be clear, sometimes people just don't want you. It ain't nothing that you gonna fucking do for them to take you back. They just don't fucking want you, dog. It ain't happening. It's just not happening.
Yeah, it's that too. Yeah,
no matter what you do, the talking to and how much. That's why you shouldn't really try to change yourself for somebody. You got to come to the realization of who you are, what you want. You shouldn't really try to change yourself. Now, everybody could be yourself. Like, do better. You feel me? But you gotta be yourself ultimately, because you know people only change a little bit. You know, nobody's gonna 360 on your ass. You feel me? Nobody's gonna do that shit. So, you feel me? You gotta make sure you real confident who you are, what you want, and stuff like that, and learn that sometimes if you make a mistake and get into a relationship with somebody, it is just that. It is okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away. And sometimes you tell somebody straight up, listen, it's not you, it's me, and I made the wrong decision in this shit. You feel me? And I'm sorry. Don't hit me up. Don't talk to me. So it's all good. Yeah, this is a good one, you know, for me.
Yeah, so as always, you know, we hit y'all with a little bit of something different, you know what I mean? Something that, you know what I mean, my nice little piece of advice just to keep you moving, and hopefully it can help you on something else that ain't related to, you know what I mean, the music or what we do, you know what I mean? But something that just, you know what I mean, take a little chip off, you know what I mean, knock a little edge off, you know what I mean, knock a little weight off your shoulders and help you move forward and be positive for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like these are dope. And I'm not gonna lie, she comes up with them, and I could talk about this all day. And I feel like I really want to say thank you, because it's like you're making a forum and giving men, especially black men, you're giving black men a voice. You know what I mean? And giving us a forum to speak. So I'm definitely gonna be a vessel more, and I'm gonna put this out there on the timeline to let dudes know, like, yo, things that you want to, you know what I mean, you want to say, or you ever wanted to, you know what I mean, wanted to express or want to hear about, like, holla at me so we could talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's a lot. Like, I know who I am, and you know, like me, you know me, so you know how I move, you know what I'm saying? And I might not have a lot of things that I could, you know what I mean, necessarily bring to the, you know what I mean, bring to the people that they might relate to, but more importantly, my ears are always open, and, you know what I mean, I'm always willing to, you know what I mean, help out. So, you know what I mean, we're going to definitely get
appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, it does feel good just to come and talk about, you know, everyday things, real life things that people go through all the time. Sometimes, you know, it does help to hear that other side of, you know, just that other point of view, and just be open and honest with it. So, I appreciate that you being open and you speaking on these things and stuff like that, and you're willing to participate in these type of things. You know, I will come up with some crazy ass topics from time to time. We slow rolling up. we gonna slow roll a little
Word.
to, you know, this thing till
Word.
it gets down to the nitty gritty of these things. But you know, I feel good about this. I thank you so much for participating in this type of thing too. So yep, if you see it out there like you got something you need a real perspective on, come and let us know. And females too, like, you know, sometimes you can't really go to a male because half the time a male is telling you something and they're being very biased in it because they ultimately want something from you or something like that. So sometimes you can't even go to your closest friends and tell them something because it's always something behind it. You can always come to us. We're gonna give you our unbiased opinion about it. Just a, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of advice. You feel me?
Yeah, so we appreciate y'all, you know what I mean? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like, hit us up in the comments. Let us know how y'all feel, man. Let us know some of the experiences that y'all went through that we might not have addressed in this, you know what I'm saying? So if we have to, you know what I mean, we could remix it and talk about it, you know what I mean? Hell, bring it to the timeline on Twitter. Let's talk about it. Let's all get into it, you know what I mean? Because more than anything, different points of view, some kind of gem or some kind of knowledge in that, and that's wisdom that you can spread for all, and that's all we want to do. We just want everybody.
But sometimes we fucking wrong. Just tell us y'all what the fuck y'all talking about, bro.
I ain't gonna say all that. You know.
Keeping it real with you. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, I know I be
nah.
you feel me?
I'm
but
deep
yeah,
as
you
hell.
know
Everybody
it is.
know.
We just want open conversation, though.
Open dialogue, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know me. Holla at me. Let me know if I got something wrong. You know what I mean? Chin check me, and you know what I mean? Like, put me on by all means. You know what I'm saying? But more than importantly, yo, we appreciate y'all, yo. Like, we appreciate all the feedback, all the love, the retweets, the likes, the comments on hoodie. You know what I mean?
Hoodie!
You know what I mean? We appreciate
Thank you.
everything. Yeah, you know what I mean? And yo, just keep at it because we here for y'all. So we gonna keep dropping more content and you know what I mean, stay in the building for y'all. Stay rocking, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know,
I'm Jersey. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm Jersey 420 Chef. You already know where to get at me. You know what I mean? You know, the episode Amazing Right Hand of Mine.
Matter Money. You already know the deal. You know where to find us because that's how you found us in the first place. Tell a friend about us. You feel me? Let's get this shit popping. You heard? Let's go with it. We see you, though.
Holla.
Let's go.